Episode 197. The sun rises on a beautiful day in Oxundu. Perfect weather for hunting a whale. Or something. We're gonna have to convince the elder to give us an island, but before we do that, it'd be a shame to get the last Aether Current only to find that we didn't get the last Aether Current and that there's still just one out in the world. So we're going to get this one real quick, the one that I forgot. What I like to do is get all of the Aether Currents that you can from the side quests and from the from out in the world in an area before getting the last Aether Current, which is usually tied to a main quest, for the reason of not giving you flying before you're done with the main quest and all that. It just feels more climactic to unlock flying after you do that one quest specifically. So that's why I like to do all the prerequisites first. Did want to start off this episode with the actual conversation with the elder, but should have realized I forgot this Aether Current while I was doing all of that side questing. I even wandered around like on the upper levels up there for a long time, when I could have been spending it getting this Aether Current. Well, we have it now. Alright, let's just teleport back. Since this is going to be a trial, I am actually going to have to wait for other players. There's no duty support or trial support or whatever with NPCs in these trials, so hopefully it doesn't take too long waiting. Don't really want to wait here forever. We can but ask. The Tramontane is upon us. The white feasts, and the Vundu rejoice in his carnage. Hear me, Chief Sonu. This creature which torments you now, is not the deity who raised up the floating isles and made a gift of them to you. He is a perversion of your beliefs, given form by the Vundu, a false savior, who consumes that which he should rightly safeguard. Yet it need not be this way, Chief Sonu. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. Moats against the tempest. In vain do they struggle. Yet who is Sonu to speak of what may be? Perhaps even the Tramontane can turn to the Ponente. I don't know what those are. Tramontane and Ponent. Ponente? Very well, Netherlings. When you are ready, tell Zundu scouts what manner of island you require, and they guide you to it. Oh, just like that, we get an island, huh? Cool. It was all the good deeds that Komor did around the village. He wouldn't have given us an island otherwise. That's what I'm pretending. We shall not fail you, Chief Sonu. On that you have my word. Come, Komor. Let us see how Sid's preparations are progressing. May soft rains come to cleanse us of these sins. Where is he? Where's that guy? Damn it, we had to go all the way out here anyway. This is right where I got the Aether Current. I can't believe this. How is this possible? How did I waste time in such a efficient manner? This was like the perfect amount of wasted time. You know what? They put that Aether Current there because it's part of the main quest, right? Like you walk past it on the main quest. It's all part of their streamlining these previous things. They put the Aether Currents in easy to reach areas. I should have realized that all the Aether Currents that I've been collecting, including this one, would have been near the main quest markers. I didn't need to go out of my way after all. And now the weather is foggy. Just to rain on my parade. Or whatever. It doesn't really matter, it wasn't that far of a trek. Still, Are we really going to go skyfishing for a primal? My, that took hardly any time at all. The Ironworks engineers do not disappoint. Right. They're called the Ironworks. I forgot that last time. Our Guardian friends have furnished us with dragon killers and ammunition, and I've taken the liberty of procuring a Magitech field generator as well. Okay, yeah, the dragon killers did belong to the Guardians. Good. I was pretending last time that we were doing that one side quest for Lenayet to get the dragon killers. That fits in perfectly with my pretend reasons for doing those quests. Great. Rest assured, we've chains to spare. Every link forged by the manufactory's master craftsmen. If you've any lingering doubts as to their strengths, know that they were originally intended to bind dragons, and were not found wanting. Actually, yeah, I could have guessed. If they're called dragon killers, then obviously they belong to the Guardians, therefore they're dragon war. It pleases me to inform you that the Vanu have agreed to furnish us with an island of our choosing. And all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the poor buggers who will actually be doing the fighting. Komoi, let Wedge know when your party is assembled. Sure. Komoi's just going to, I don't know, wander around these islands and find some adventurers that are willing to help help kill the white whale. I'm sure there's plenty around, right? I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. I don't like it one little bit. But I can't help being excited all the same. So tell me, Komoi, are you ready to hunt the white whale? Sure. After you then, Komoi. All aboard. Are we ready? If only. I guess 7.1 just released, so there might be a lot of people in the duty finder. But they'll all be doing like the new content or something, right? Average wait time is 5 minutes. Anything we can do while waiting? Not really. Can we explore this part of the map? I'm pretty sure there wasn't like a way up, as far as I could tell. So, guess I'm just going to pause the episode until we actually get that duty roulette to pop. The white whale, Bismarck. This is one of the cooler settings for a trial. A floating island that's being dragged by an airship alongside a big whale. Did we lose someone? Oh, we got someone back. There are mechanics here, and the first mechanic is actually just fighting these guys. Just a bunch of ads, while you wait to fight the whale. I guess I've got aggro. It's fine now. Just don't get knocked off by those guys' attacks. They tend to have knockback. This one's sort of like an auto-scroller in some regards. Oh yeah, thanks for putting that up. I kind of forgot about that. You gotta put up the shield to protect the island's integrity. It's more important on like hard mode or whatever. Then you use the dragon killers. Ah, someone did it before me. I'll get it next time. And once the whale is close enough, you hop on. You only do damage while on the whale. A lot of novices stay back and don't realize they're not damaging the whale if they're not actually on the whale. I think someone used rescue on that guy that was standing back. And now rinse and repeat. The real battle with the whale is... Oop. Great, we were standing in that thing. Yeah, the real battle with the whale is just like taking care of a bunch of things all around the place. While things are going on in the background or whatever. Oh great, I didn't look where I was standing again. The whale is jumping over us right now. Great. I was looking at the whale and not seeing where I was standing again. I'm the real novice here, the one that keeps on being hit by these obvious tornadoes. I was just so focused on the whale, you know? These whales are a problem if they stand next to each other, so it's important for the tank and the off-tank to split up aggro. And they did that pretty effortlessly here. Tactician. And phase change. No more worrying about the shield, that's kind of, I guess, done. That stun took away from my heat usage. Alright, this time I've got it. After we take this damage. Or not? I guess I'd only hit some people. Oh, there's the damage. I like to jump before Bismarck is actually right next to the thing. It's a risky maneuver that has little payoff. Actually, it has no payoff. It's a cool trial. Even if the whale doesn't really do much himself other than attacking. While the mobs are doing the real work, or whatever. Look at this guy. And just like that, it's over. Oh yeah, we needed a thing from that guy. Funny that after we kill it, whatever was in its belly just kind of appears right before us. How lucky, huh? How does that work? And of course we get the wind crystal for doing that. Bismarck obviously wind. Oh hey, it's her. It's been a while. Hello? This is different from normal.
Darkness, light to none, known. Hark. Receiver, blessing, small.
Not sure what you're trying to tell us, but we got another crystal. We got another crystal back. The one that we already had. We'll have them all back soon enough. And we have this now, the key to as he saw. Oh great.
Tomorrow falls the Lord of Mists, as did all others before him. How many times does this make, Warrior of Light? Ah, how much you have grown. Far beyond the limits of mere mortals.
How many times does this make anyway? I guess, like, story-wise, this would be the, like, 5 tribes in southern Eorzea plus King Mughal and also... Well, there's a lot. I'm not going to count.
She has what we seek.
That she does. The key to Azizla and the secrets of Alag.
You can just do that, huh?
I see you have regained the blessing of light, albeit at a fraction of its former strength.
My thanks to you, Asian. And to you as well, Warrior of Light, for saving us the effort of slaying Bismarck.
Great. All we did was help them.
Now that the key is within our grasp, the path to the heavens shall at last be laid bare.
Some key. How does that work? Is it just a compass? And there he is, Sir Zephyrin. What, not gonna finish the job?
By our deeds shall the wrongs of antiquity be righted, and man reclaim the reins of history.
Why don't they finish the job? If they can just immobilize us, then surely they can just kill us, right? Maybe there's a reason that I'm not aware of. Just kind of weird. Maybe it was always just kind of outside of orbit or something, like too high in the atmosphere for any airship to go, so the key is what brings it down? That could be why no one was able to go there, even though it's like a huge mass of floating islands. Or there was also a barrier around it? Or they maybe also just didn't know where it was. Could be a lot of those things. Let's finish this as a Black Mage to get the experience. I'm just glad we're all still here to tell the tale. I didn't know Elfinode had been studying Magitech technology. He was a godsend during the fight. The way he helped me tend to the engines. Oh, he was on the ship in front? Didn't realize. In retrospect, we probably could have seen that coming. Still, you fought well, Komoi. Better than that, in fact. Chin up, eh? Yeah, chin up. Forgive me, Komoi. Had I known what was happening, mayhap I could have done something to stop them. Alas, Wedge and I were still sealed in the engine room and heard naught of the struggle until it was over. And now for all our efforts, the Archbishop holds the very thing we sought to keep from him. In some ways, this kind of just feels like a detour to actually going to Azzy's Law. But, I mean, it's all just like world building, right? There are the Voondu and all of these beast tribes around and societies and all that. If you just went from place to place doing all the important stuff like the dragons and Azzy's Law and all that, it would get old quickly or something maybe. I don't know. But all is not lost, for we yet live, and we know their destination. Let us give chase and bring an end to their machinations. Cool. We are flying now. So the first thing we're gonna do, rather than accept this quest, is fly around, and unfortunately it's still foggy around here. So we're not gonna see too much, other than what's in front of us. This place is Mok Oogle Island. As you can tell from the map, it's shaped like a Moogle. They've even got one of these little planetoid things that's kind of what they have over at the Moogle settlement, whatever it was called. Kind of reminiscent of their palms, I guess. No Moogles though. At least not right now. And there's this place. Or there's a fate, I guess. At least they're using this space for something. The Gauntlet, the Shattered Back. This island looks slightly different from the rest of the islands. It's kind of just a barren, rocky scape, or whatever. And then this thing, kinda cool looking. Is it supposed to be the spine of something, or evocative of the spine of something? Who knows? Kind of goes even further that way. Never Reap. Didn't know there was an entrance to a dungeon here. This is actually an optional one, so I guess you can't go here until you unlock flying. We'll come back to it later, though. As for where Netherreap is, I guess it's just somewhere over in that direction. The beauty of Netherreap is like a rainbow in the sky on a summer day. The cruel Voondu sully it with their presence, yet we are powerless to drive them away. I'm sure Netherreap is beautiful when you can see it. It must be just over there beyond the fog. Henger's Crucible. Up here? Weird lookout point. It's not even attached to, like, any land, it's just kind of out there. Are you Henger? No. You're Cisutul. Oh, this is kind of like a, it's one of those fun things with the geometry or whatever. You just make something fun as part of the map. It's like a, whatever this is. I don't know, it's like the maw of some creature with two little tendrils pointing out. Interesting. Sort of like a Morble seedling. Although that's not what it's supposed to be, I guess. Oh, in this place that we explored during the Voondu part of the main story, way back when. We can now reach the higher level, I guess. Lo and behold, not much to see. Not even really Voondu up here, although they have this rope to pull themselves up or something. And the fog finally cleared up. We can see the beautiful landscape. It actually looks quite nice when flying this high. Gets more beautiful the further away you are. Let's get a look at the whale's crown from far away. Is it evocative of the whale? Maybe. Could be. Could maybe use this as a thumbnail for that previous episode. If I didn't have anything good for that then. Could be a lot of good options. Just the scenery. We are just kind of exploring the sea of clouds in that episode, so could just be a landscape shot that I use as a thumbnail. Or we could use this building that I said could have been the thumbnail. Let's get a shot of that, just in case. Before we move on to the next place or whatever. Let's see. I think I liked the shot from when we were on the ground, so let's start with that. Yep, that could be decent thumbnail material. Maybe a bit more like this. Because I have the sidebar, it's hard to fit everything in frame. Maybe a bit further while flying backwards. Not in the foliage. That could work. I'm sure there's something that I can use for the stupid thumbnail. Even if it has nothing to do with the actual quest that we did. So can you actually reach this area without flying? It doesn't look like it. This last area is flying only. Oh, and it looks like we unlocked some side quests to do. Since we did the main quest. Well, we're not going to do them. Just kind of here to fill in the map. You can fight that thing, apparently. Looks like one of the highest playable points over here in the Sea of Clouds. Kind of overlooking everything, including the Ishgardian encampment. Can we go higher? Is there like a vantage point, a lookout point up here? There is not. Can't even land on it. This is like the obvious thing to do, right? Put a lookout point on the highest rock you can find. They even allow us to fly up here. Can you even go there? Maybe. Can you? There's no way. Maybe. In a second. Oh, another whale-looking structure. I like these structures. They're fun. This one's like an even more prominent, kind of like an amalgamation whale or something. Weird. Maybe you're the thumbnail for that other episode. Something like this. Or more like this, fit everything more in frame. It might be too busy. And just one more area there. Down there. I think another area can only reach by flying. The Cromlech. What is the Cromlech? I'm sure this person will tell us all about it. Oh, you're a sacrifice, huh? I'm pretty sure the schedule for sacrifices isn't for like another moon or something, so we can leave this guy for a while, if we ever want to come back and kill time and rescue him. Not today. So this southern reach, the Wizenturd, the Eddies, and the Nidifice. Is that up there, the Nidifice? You could see this thing as soon as you entered the Sea of Clouds in that first cutscene. Can you actually go there? No, definitely not. You can't go that high, surely. Well, I mean, we're about as high as the lowest rock right now. I guess you can go to this rock. Kind kind of wasted the whole day, all of our sunlight, just kind of wandering around, flying around. Well, I guess it's not a waste. We wanted things to look good while admiring the sights, so... Okay, I don't think you can actually go as far as this island. It's off the map. Yeah, the Wisen turret is actually just part of the landmass that we could have explored already, technically. Nothing new there. Yeah, this island is out of reach. It's just kind of barely out of reach, but it is out of reach. And this island, based on the placement of this wall, also out of reach. It's just kind of there for the looks. I think the eddies here is a place where you can catch some fish. Not sky fishing, just like in the water there. Maybe. And then the nidifice. What is the nidifice? What does that mean? Some kind of edifice? But nidifice? Oh, damn it. I could have gotten this experience as a different class. Oh well. I'm dumping all of my experience into machinist right now. I guess it's fine. It's not wasted experience. It just kind of becomes a problem if I want to play as one of my other classes on the main story, but find that they're too low level. That's why I want to keep them on par with the rest of the other classes that I have. Or at least on par with the main story level. Alright, so we just gotta go here. Guess it'd be faster to teleport. We got barrel stabilizer though. Can't use it if we're in synced content, but this will allow us to get instant heat to start our combo. And with that heat we can immediately use Witchfire with our full combo or whatever. Alright, we're back. Sorry for the detour. We gotta give chase, right? We were just scouting for where the Pope and... not the Pope, the Archbishop? Right. Where the Archbishop and the rest of his guys went off to, and we didn't find them. Which means they're in the direction that we didn't look, and therefore we found them. And for some reason we get Sid. Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal, and prevented the Vanu's lands from being consumed in so doing. The Zundu at least shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go and inform Chief Sonu of our victory, so then the others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise besides. I guess right after I defeated Bismarck I could have just, Oh, it would have launched me into a cutscene. Well, never mind.
Wait, something is amiss. Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Reveal yourselves at once!
There he is. The name I remember. Regula Van Hydrus. Not very stealthy, are we? We're no bringers of shadow. Or whatever.
And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken.
High priority target. That's the Emperor.
Just as Wire observed, the Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
The Warrior of Light? She who bested Van Baelsar?
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Azizlar as well. hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Yeah, we knew that. That's why we were going after it. We didn't know that.
You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
Yeah, and it's a pretty big disagreement.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world. 'Tis my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to heel. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Where did that come from?
Take cover!
And in rides Lucia.
Your Radiance. We must withdraw.
What, is that Magitech armor a huge deal? It is pretty big. That's even bigger.
We shall meet again, warrior of light. On that you have my word.
So Garlemald too has designs on Azizla. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
Yeah, he is kind of a high priority target. Dangerous for the leader of your entire nation to just be out in the field, right? But he's a pretty serious guy. No slouch. You can probably tell just by how tall he is, right? And how huge his armor is. Not as big as this armor, though. It's like really fancy. Ah, the armor? I had it sent here as a precautionary measure. Why do you have this armor, though, Lucia? Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Garlemald, Varys Zos Galvis in the flesh. I assume the commander that accompanied him must be the legatist of whom the centurion spoke. Ah, forgive me. This is neither the time nor the place for such idle speculation. Pray return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to apprise Chief Sonu of all that has occurred, but once I have, we will rejoin you at the airship. If you fear for our safety, may I direct your attention to the suit of Magitech armor nearby, and its exceedingly capable pilot. Yeah. Why isn't ours that fancy? I mean, I guess we can call this one out whenever we want. No, ours is about the same size, though. But hers is white. It's a different color from the standard color, therefore making it better. Oh, we probably shouldn't do that. They just kind of had a bunch of Guardians, screwing around in their territory. They probably don't like this kind of thing. Wait, did we unlock this quest after doing the rite of passage for Gunu Vandu? I'm going to assume it's not. I'm going to assume we just unlocked this by doing the main story. Just because I'm done with side quests here. Alright, and he has nothing to say about the events that just happened. We're done with this map, only 2 more maps to go. In case it wasn't obvious, Azzy's Law is one of those maps. And the other one has always been on the map, it's not really a spoiler. The Dravanian Hinterlands. But we have no reason to go there. We saw it fire on the village. Are you alright, Komoy? Yeah, we can take the hit. Bugger me, did you see the size of that Imperial battleship? Damn it, I should have been a different. So I could have gotten the experience, it doesn't matter. Thank the 12 you're alive, Komoy. When that battleship appeared and fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you and Alphinaud. What in the 7 hells happened out there? A big ship. You saw it. First the Archbishop turns up with an Ascian in tow, and now the goddamn Emperor pays us a visit. What is this? A procession of notable bastards? Who's next? The Keeper of the Seventh Bloody Gate? No one so notable, Master Garland. I am happy to report that the Zundu were overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise. Chief Sonu sends his warmest regards, Komoy. There was much talk of westerly winds. Miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zundu were taken entirely unawares, and wisely chose to offer no resistance. I sense they have no more to fear from the Empire, for the present at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, Zundu would have already been leveled. Plainly Varys is only interested in reaching Azzy's Law. Speaking of which, if you're all ready to continue the chase, the Enterprise is as well, shall we? Yeah. Let's go. To Azzy's Law. Oh, and I guess we got Bismarck? No, that's Cherrybert. Who cares about Cherrybert? I can't rest easy, knowing that there's a green dot hovering over Sid's icon in my menu here, so I have to remove it, like that. What does he have to say anyway? Oh yeah, Gaius' quote from the Praetorium. It's drilled into my head since you run the Praetorium so much when grinding experience or tomestones or whatever. Well, what are we waiting for? For flavor text. She's all patched up, Komoy. I've done it, Komoy. I've worked out which way they're headed. Whenever you're ready, we'll set course for Azzy's Law. You did a better job than we did. Oh yeah, we can take the magic armor with us. Good idea. Lest you wonder, Wedge was able to calculate the heading indicated by the beam of light emitted by the key. If Azzy's Law lies in that direction, we'll find it. The Soleil may have a lead on us, but she's no Enterprise. We'll catch them, you'll see. Yeah, I guess we are a smaller, nimbler ship. But wouldn't the bigger engine make it, like, faster? I guess it's also huge, so the big engine is offset by the mass it has to move, or something. Plus the wind resistance, I don't know.
I did not think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again. Least of all under these circumstances. My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
Junius, we've heard that name before.
Ah, that explains it. When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Right.
Livia? Livia Sas Junius? The tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
Yeah. The one that killed Neuraxia, and we killed her.
Aye, she was my sister, though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths.
So, no love lost, right? You're not mad at us for doing the deed?
Livia felt at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier, while I underwent training to become a spy.
You're not a very good spy if you're telling us all this. I'm going to assume you're not a spy anymore.
Then, Ishgard was...
My mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate. Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emmerich. 'Twas his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him, but I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons. He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it. In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emmerich, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emmerich. 'Tis your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
Chief, we should be getting close.
Once we break through those clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Azizlar should be.
Hold on, everyone!
So I guess before we get there, this whole thing about her being Livia's sister doesn't really have any impact on the plot. Like, none. I guess it's just there for world building.
Look! I think that's it! Chief, is that Allagan? Aye. There's no mistaking their handiwork.
It's always the elegance.
What was that?
Some sort of barrier.
She won't hold, Chief! She's breaking up!
I've lost the auxiliary propeller!
Sid, it's no use! We must return to Ishgard and find another way!
God damn it all! Why do the Allegans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
It's just their MO. Alright, we're not going to as he saw, apparently. I wonder, does she have a name? Yeah, bears a striking resemblance to Livia. Clearly something that, I don't know, is inherited, or is it just there to resemble Livia for no other reason than just to resemble her because Lucy is her sister? I can't think of a reason why, like, the spy and the legatus that served under Van Baelsar would have similar motifs or whatever, because they were like in different parts of the armor or something, right? Completely separated. Maybe it's because a lot of these things are inherited or they're shared between family or something, I don't know. Family's like pretty important in Golemald, right? God, thinking about all the repairs we'll have to make is giving me a bleeding headache. What could be out there that would warrant the personal attention of the Emperor himself? Sid's piloting under pressure was a marvel to behold, and may I never have the opportunity to do so again. Yeah, you do have to give credit where credit's due. After all, we could just plummet to our deaths if we make one wrong turn in, like, a bad situation like that. Especially because these airships don't have railings. Kind of weird. And we'd barely finished repairing the damage incurred on our sky fishing trip. On the other hand, any landing you can walk away from, as they say. I can only presume the Soleil passed through the barrier unscathed. That would certainly explain why the Vanu called it a key. Oh right, the Soleil wasn't the big ship, it was the small ship that we were chasing that the Archbishop was riding on. Right, okay. Oh wait, hang on. The other guy. Put the experience here. There. For every day I spend in the sky, it feels as though I spend a week on the ground. Assuming Sid is correct, and I have no reason to think that he is not, the Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Azizal. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, that we might discuss how best to proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he will show you in. Just teleport us straight there. This cutscene might take a while. Assuming there is a cutscene, there probably is. It'd be great if we could wrap up this cutscene right at the end of the episode. Hopefully it lasts exactly 5 minutes. Ah, you are returned. Sir Amric and the others await you within. I swear, wherever there's an elegant ruin, there's trouble just waiting to happen. I suppose that's why they erected such damnably convoluted defenses around everything. If the Empire has an interest in Azizal, we have all the more reason to hurry. I would not see its secrets fall into the hands of either the Archbishop or the Emperor. Welcome back, my friend, and pray forgive me my earlier display. I grieve for my son still, and shall continue to do so. but I have resolved to be strong. It is what he would have wished. Though we know little and less of as he saw, one thing is plain. The Archbishop and the Guardians cannot be allowed to avail themselves of its secrets.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans, and we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters.
Yeah, our old ace in the hole. Let's just do that again.
But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
Okay, so in theory it could still work. It's just kind of the same problem, but we can't do the same solution just because it's bigger. I kind of like that.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing two galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
What, something you don't know? Who else would know?
Would that the Archons were still with us.
Yeah, those guys are smart people, right? They're college graduates or something.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
What fortuitous timing.
An Archon? Truly?
It just means Tataru's been hard at work like the rest of us.
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
You love using that phrase. Everyone does. Reborn. Okay, thanks for wrapping up the cutscene so succinctly. And thank you for letting us in. Wait, what was that you said? Used to serve as a guardsman over by the Scholasticate. Huh. How funny. Guess he was like a librarian or something. Or like worked with librarians. Well anyway, luckily our next quest is right here in the Forgotten Night, so I have the perfect excuse to end the episode once more inside our little inn-room. I do so love ending the episode in here. Where are we going to do it this time? I'm running out of places to end the episode. That wasn't the place we did already. Maybe I'll just do it on the bed again, but actually give Komori the chance to get a real sleep in. When was the last time in the story that we actually got to sleep? I couldn't tell you. Let's see. I think I have it over here, right? There. And to bed she goes. In uniform, no less. Should probably change into some pajamas or something. Guess this is all she's got right now, though. That would be a good time to take a break.